Okay, so let's talk about NPM. So NPM stands for Node Package Manager, and it's a tool that lets you download and upload JavaScript packages. And a package is just a bunch of code that somebody else wrote that you need or you want to share with other people. And if you go to your terminal and you have npm installed, you can run npm and you'll see some usage information outputted. This is just the default information. It's actually not done anything, it's just so you can see what commands are there. So if we clear that and we do npm init, and that's the command you want to run if you want to start a new project. And you can fill out all this information. This wizard is going to ask you a bunch of questions, but I'm just going to step through it for the sake of being brief and getting through this. And it's going to ask me, are you okay with this? Yes, I am super okay with that. I clear again, and then I'll see that, oh, I have a package.json. Now this file is the most important file that you have in your npm project. Now the reason for that is because this is the file that will tell npm what dependencies you have, all the information about your project, and a lot of other tools depend on this file to get information about your project. So if we go to my code now we'll actually open it like this. So we open package.json, and here we are. So here's my package.json. As you can see, the name of my project is npm tutorial. It's version 1, no description, and it has an entry point file, which you don't really have to care so much about, and some scripts, and no author, and this license. And this is the very base structure of a package.json file. And remember, this is an extremely important file, and you're going to find it in every single npm package you download, and it's also a requirement that you have this in order to upload your own packages to npm. Okay, so let's install some packages with npm. Now if I go and I do npm install sassy stats, if I run this command now, this is going to install that package on my machine. But I don't just want to save it to my machine, I want to save it to my package.json file as well. So I do save like that, and I run it. And it's downloading. And yeah, so now I have that package installed. And if I look at my directory here, I can see that I have a node modules directory, and inside that I'm going to find all of the packages that SassyStat uses in order to provide its functionality. And that's where you want to look if you want to see what your packages are using, what dependencies your own dependencies have. And if we now go back to my package.json file, we can see that this package is now a part of this dependency tree here. And this is great because now when I save my code to somewhere else, or someone other than me wants to start using my project or start adding stuff to my project, they can run npm install, and it's going to look in this file and see, oh, these are your dependencies, I'm going to install them for you. So it's very convenient. Now let's say that I wanted to do something like install Mocha, and I do this instead. So it's going to start downloading some stuff, and now the package is downloaded. And let's go to the package.json, and now we have another section called dev dependencies, and this is a semantic thing. So what I'm saying here is in essence that Mocha is a testing tool, and I'm only going to use that when I develop my project. But when I'm finished and I want to release it to other people, or I want to deploy it into a production environment, I can now say that, well, this part here, these dependencies, I want those to be included into my production deployment, but exclude these because I don't need these tools that are in the dev dependencies to make the application work. And that's an important difference because you don't want to ship stuff that your app doesn't need. Like, the idea is to keep your code as small as possible and only actually ship the stuff that you're using in order for the application to work. And the dev dependencies are just things I use to develop the project. And yeah, that's how you install packages. Okay, so let's look a little bit at npm run. Now, npm run is this part here. So the scripts part here holds the scripts that I have declared for my project. And commonly what you would do is that say that you want to run tests, or let's say that you want to copy files, so you have some type of compilation, you may want to build your CSS, stuff of that nature. You would do that through the script. So instead of you manually having all of these scripts and like declaring them in your working environment, you declare them here so that anyone who's working on your project can simply run one of these scripts and it will take care of that task that they want to accomplish. Most commonly it's going to be stuff like running unit tests, running acceptance tests, building. Okay, so let's look at npm run. Now, npm run is one of the more useful commands. So I've declared a script called hello here in the script sections. And if I do npm run hello, it's actually going to run that script. As you can see, it's just echoing out hello. Now, the useful part about this is that when you're working with several other developers on your project, most of the time you're going to do some common stuff over and over, like running tests, building JavaScript files, or copying files, or stuff like that. And it doesn't make any sense for everybody who's working on the project to have their own setup to do that. It's much more effective that you declare your scripts in this files, and then everybody can use this common interface. So play around with this a little bit and you're going to find it extremely useful in your career going forward.